Jameis to throw it. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
This is fielded at the goal line. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation,
and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he stopped immediately there. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Jameis now on 1st down. A dump underneath to Jones. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Second down, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Winston. It's caught by Jackson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Let's go.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to go up top again. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
Hey, let's give it to Mercer.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Goal 50. Wait, we get.
From the gun, it's Brady. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking for Gronk that time, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. The give is to Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And fighting down inside the 25. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Easy.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready? Black 22. Sonic. Let's go.
Now Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. John Simon able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready? Black 22.
To throw, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Patriots take over. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And able to find Dorsett. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Play action. Now it's Brady. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
New England on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They keep it on the ground, White again. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On play action, it's Brady. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A good run of 6 yards there, gets them closer to the goal line with second down coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Here we go!
He'll get it up the middle, and he is in. Touchdown, New England. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with the fullbacks. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Jackson now to return. He spins through. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play fake. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Are we really in the second half here? And this is the first time we've seen Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans?
Yeah, you know that they missed that in the first half. Up until this point, they've really missed it, haven't they?
I think that's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Winston now. Right side caught by Jackson. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Winston. Dancing to his left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. White 25. Let's go.
Again, it's Winston. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
They'll look to throw. And His throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.